guys? First of all, we haven't done a video in a while. So much going on. Having a baby, you know how life gets. Um, I don't know. I just have been really feeling in my heart to continue to just really push and share with you guys different things that I'm learning. And one of the things that I've really learned lately is you just have to be patient with yourself. You have to give yourself grace. You have to have a warrior's mentality, but you also have to have a really good pinch of salt in there, which is the grace. And you have to really take your time with your life. When you've gone through a lot of things, a lot of traumas, a lot of hurts, a lot of doubts, there's just a lot of things that you don't know how to handle, you know? One of the things that I've been working through with my therapist is she says that it's like a damn wall. And a damn wall, a dam holding water back. And you can't handle all of it at once. And so you have to give yourself the time to let waves come in at certain points and deal with it. And there's just no time limit and table on that. So I think that, you know, I'm going to do this inside on the mic. We've got a whole studio. We might as well use it. Yeah, I've just been learning a lot. A lot of people ask me a lot in comments, how do you keep going? How to live through trauma? How to be positive? Or, I don't know, just lots of people have questions. The goal of this channel and a big goal of my life is to help people. I really want people to feel like they're not alone, because I did. I know that lonely feeling. I think the best way I could explain to you what I've been learning lately is trauma is very multi-layered, and there's things that you pull up from that are pains and hurts and traumas, and then all of a sudden you realize that it connects to something when you were younger, and there's this huge backtrack of learning all this other things and remembering things, and it's really hard. I'm just coming on today to give you guys encouragement because, to be honest with you, the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks have been big strides in my own healing. We've been working through a lot of the trauma on the channel together. I've been working on it by myself as well. And I can honestly start to say that I can see a light at the end of the tunnel. I truly believe in my heart that there is a life forward after this. And I want to share that light and that encouragement with you. Because I know a lot of you have been through trauma. A lot of you have been hurt. And again, I get a lot of those questions. Again, I'm a normal person and I'm just a human being. And I truly believe that my strength comes from Jesus because I haven't had the strength to face everything. It's been too hard. I truly believe that everybody has an opportunity to actually, first of all, you have to find the right person to help you, the right people around you. And then you have to be able to and willing to go back to those places and face the hard things. I hate scary movies, right? I'm going to bring up this example. I hate scary movies, but in the movie, I think it's an Insidious 3 or something of that nature. Part of it is the woman goes back into her past and sees all these encounters with this scary things. Why I don't mess with scary movies, was terrifying. But she goes back and notices these moments with this scary entity. And it's kind of like that with trauma. When you have that wall, like I talked about, that damn wall holding back all that trauma, and it's just holding on by threads, your body's not going to want to go through dealing with all that at one time. So sometimes you either avoid it or whatever the case is, but it's still there. It doesn't go away. And so the best thing you can do is slowly unpack it. Kind of like I talked about with the train as well, to give you another visual and concept is the train. Driving your train, you're pulling that huge load and you can only handle so much. And at some point your train's going to break down and you have to do a whole restart, and you're still going to be carrying the same load. It's still going to be heavy. Maybe you just feel better or you rested. The best thing is to take one car at a time, slowly unpack it, and then get rid of it. And it's not to say that the trauma doesn't exist. It's not to say that you're not going to be hurt. It's not to say that there's not going to be a long process ahead. But there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And my therapist has given me so much hope in that, is that there really truly is an entire life outside of this. And I believe that for you as well. And I'm just sitting here today to tell you that, because that encouragement really would have helped me in those hard times. And I want to be that for you guys. I want to let you know that I truly, in the bottom of my heart, believe that there is healing on the other side now. And you have to be able to trust the fact that it's a process. That's the hardest thing for me. I don't know about you guys, but I'm someone who really has a lot of patience in some areas, and when it comes to stuff like this, it's like I don't have as much patience because it's so hard and it hurts so much that I'd rather either just I'm like someone who wants to rip the band-aid off. Like, just do it. Just get it over with. Just hurt me so I can deal with the pain now rather than later. But trauma, unfortunately, is not like that. It's not something you can just deal with in a moment. But I do believe that process, trusting that process and moving through it, is exactly what leads you to your healing. I've had some people say that maybe in some of my encouragement videos that I wasn't being encouraging, but I'm trying to give you a reality, because during the hardest times for me, I was going to church, and church, at church you're saying all these encouraging things and how it's your day and this is your victory and you're going to turn around. But sometimes that stuff's down the road, but that gives you that glimmer of hope that it is there. So it's not to ever take away the fact that you need to be encouraged in your hard times, but it is to say, I acknowledge the fact that you're here right now. I acknowledge the fact that you're hurting right now. And I acknowledge the fact that this is reality and that it's not getting better. It might even be getting worse. But let's acknowledge that part if that's you today. And on top of that, let's also acknowledge that there's people who are coming out on the other side. I truly believe that. You will come out on the other side. And we have a community here that has been built on human beings with flaws and hurts and traumas and have been through so many different things. And we're all here together, standing, scarred, but beautiful. That's what this community has become. That's what it is. And that's what we're going to continue to make it. So my best advice to you, and I share this as an encouragement and as my best advice, is give yourself the time and grace to go back and deal with what's happened before so you can live your best life going forward, because you deserve it. Your family deserves it. And whatever people say about you, whatever people think, as long as you know that you're walking in the right path and you're good with God, then you've got it. And you have encouragement here. We want to be that encouragement. We want to be a people that stand up for each other and help each other in the hard times. So I share all of that with you today just because it was on my heart. I've been thinking about you guys this whole week. We've been waiting on our baby. He's not here yet, but we think today is his birthday. So we've said that every day. And that's the point. There's things like this that trauma can really take away from the good, and you stop living your life in the moment. And I want to be someone who's present in the moment and experiencing my family as it's right in front of me, experiencing life as it's right in front of me. And I finally can tell myself I feel that I deserve that. And I believe that everyone deserves that. And I believe that you deserve that. You deserve to be present in the moment and living your life and continuing to feel like there is a life in front of you and a future in front of you. And I truly believe that. I believe God has set a path in front of you. And another thing I'll share real quick is, if it's on your plate, I truly believe that God believes and knows you can handle it. And it's really hard to say that when you've been through a lot. But what I mean by that is that if you couldn't handle it at all, if you would make you crumble and pass, and you know what I mean? I don't think God would let you go through it, because he knew it wouldn't be a test. He knew it would ruin you. God's not going to set you up to be ruined. So it means you're stronger than you think you are. You are way stronger than you believe, probably than you ever could imagine. There's a strength in you that you don't know that exists, but it's there. And just sometimes when you're feeling weak, you just need that encouragement. So just had to share that with you. I love you guys. As some updates for us, once we have this baby boy who is so stubborn, we will continue to do our live streams and our videos. It's just been a process and trying to take care of all those things, making sure that Kelsey's good. And we're just basically waiting every day to have him. But once that's done, once we have him, we're going to be on another schedule again and get back to doing what we do. But just wanted to tell you that. Love you guys. I really hope this video helps you. and I will see you soon in another video.